Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First, Bill Maher responds to Larry David melting down over Maher's dinner with President Trump after Larry compared it to dining with Hitler. If victimhood were a currency, Larry David would be the richest man in Hollywood. Oh wait, he already is. Next, a Wisconsin judge gets arrested by the FBI for allegedly helping an illegal immigrant escape ICE right out of her courtroom. Now just remember, everyone, it's the Trump administration that's ignoring the law, not the judges. Then, Pedro Pascal calls J.K. Rowling a heinous loser after she celebrates a UK court ruling that transgender men are not legally women. Pascal, whose biggest career moment was carrying around a green puppet with a helmet on 95% of the time, thinks that the author of Harry Potter is a heinous loser for believing in science. You know, some actors, they just aren't too bright. And finally, a Minnesota DA is slammed for giving a slap on the wrist to a guy who caused $21,000 in Tesla damage while throwing the book at a girl who keyed a single car. These were charged on the same day, so we've got that story too. It's nice to know that in Minnesota, destroying 6 Teslas is called youthful exuberance, but scratching a car at White Castle? I hope you look good in orange. Okay, let's dive in. Bill Maher responded to Larry David's meltdown about Maher's dinner with President Trump. In a New York Times op-ed titled, "My Dinner with Adolf," David compared Maher's dinner with President Trump to having a friendly meeting with Adolf Hitler. During an interview with Piers Morgan, Maher responded to the op-ed.
The minute you play the Hitler card,
that's what I think.
You've lost the argument.
Yes.
To use the Hitler thing, first of all, I just think it's kind of insulting to 6 million
yes.
dead Jews. You know, like that should kind of be in its own place in history. But Hitler has really kind of got to stay in his own place. He is the goat of evil.
Turns out Bill Maher having dinner with Trump is Larry David's personal 9/11. For Larry, every mildly uncomfortable moment is the Holocaust 2.0. Only in Hollywood can you be worth $400 million, live in a mansion, and still act like a dinner party is the Nuremberg trials. Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested by the FBI on an obstruction charge after allegedly helping an illegal immigrant avoid an arrest by ICE agents. You know, the FBI better be careful, or people might start to think that they're actually a law enforcement agency. Judge Dugan is accused of interfering with the attempted arrest of Eduardo Flores Ruiz, a 30-year-old facing 3 misdemeanor battery charges. According to the law enforcement sources, ICE agents arrived with a federal warrant during his pre-trial conference, but were asked by court officials to wait until the hearing concluded. And then, when the hearing concluded, somehow, he wasn't there anymore. Before agents could make the arrest, the judge allegedly directed Ruiz and his attorney to leave through a side door and private hallway to avoid apprehension. Agents were ultimately able to apprehend Ruiz after a foot chase, and he has remained in custody since. The judge's only regret was that she didn't try to hide him using her original plan, rectal concealment. She said, "If the court won't protect him, my colon will." Actor Pedro Pascal, best known for The Mandalorian and The Last of Us, just called author J.K. Rowling a heinous loser after she celebrated the UK court's ruling that transgender men are not women. Pascal was responding to an Instagram post from a transgender activist who cleverly called Rowling Voldemort and demanded people boycott Harry Potter. Here's what Pascal wrote. "Awful, disgusting crap is exactly right. Heinous loser behavior. J.K. Rowling's a heinous loser? Remind me again, which one of them created a multi-billion-dollar franchise that defined a generation, and which one wears a helmet for 90% of their biggest role?" Pascal is starring in Disney's upcoming Marvel movie, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. Disney actors apparently have one rule. If you're about to star in a major release, say something so off-putting it makes people nostalgic for the Cats trailer. Honestly, at this point, Disney doesn't need a PR department. They need muzzles. Mary Morardi, the progressive DA who gave Dylan Adams diversion instead of criminal charges for causing $21,000 in damages to several Teslas, well, she's being called out for charging a 19-year-old woman with a first-degree felony for keying one car despite having no other criminal record and causing just $7,000 in damages. Now, these were charged on the same day. $21,000 in damages to 6 Teslas, and then you have $7,000 in damages for one car that's now a first-degree felony. Okay, sure, it looks like Moriarty's playing favorites, but maybe she just went after the woman because she was lazy. I mean, this girl only damaged one car. The last thing Minnesota wants is a lazy criminal. If you're going to vandalize, you better at least take out a whole row. The DA's office finally answered the age-old question. How many Teslas can you vandalize before it becomes a crime? And the answer is 7, apparently. Thanks for watching Headlines. If you know anyone out there that might enjoy my videos or my clips, please go ahead and share my videos with them. I would really appreciate it. I'm Wes Austin. Have a good weekend. Good night.